Hello, everybody. My name is Cody Tucker, and I'm here with my owner, Tyler Tucker. We've killed Justin and Ian, and we took over the podcast, and now I'm holding my owner hostage. Tune in for the newest episode of Cody and Tyler podcast. Woof, woof.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Justin and Ian podcast. Shout out to Cody. You didn't kill us. We're still alive. Roll the intro music that we still don't have.
Cody, stop! Cody!
You're still the one, you're still the one I run to, the only one I'm to, still the one I kiss. I butchered the song, I butchered Shania Twain. Everybody's ears are in pain.
Because Shania Twain song.
Alright, Tyler, turn off. We're still recording. We record
This can be an extra bit. I expect to see this on every social media platform ever. Thanks.
Welcome back to the 8th episode of the Justin and Ian podcast.
Hello. And today, guys, I would want to just start off by introducing our very special guest.
You can't see because my computer's in the way, but I will. I don't want to forget my computer because then.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We'll just give it a reveal. It's
Tyler.
It's Tyler.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers thought I was gone.
And it's
I'm back.
But if you didn't know, yeah, the computer's blocking it, but we also have
his dog.
my dog's here too.
He deserves a drum roll.
He's behind the computer. Just trust us, he's there.
Cody.
Yeah. He's not a
Bark.
special guest, but he was in the intro.
Woof.
Wolf.
He was in the intro.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, we're just going to have him here the whole episode,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
So,
Today's episode is a fashion episode. If you are like, hey, this, I don't think you guys are going to notice, but we just recorded another episode.
back to back, yeah.
Back to back, baby. Baby. Back to back. Back to back to back. Okay, so it's the fashion episode. And today we're talking about,
Thrifting.
yes.
All you basic ass white bitches love thrifting.
Whoa, Ian, that's like half our demographic.
Look at me with my cool chains. Oh, look, I have raw hem pants. Oh, I wear slip-on Vans. I'm so unique. Guess what, bitch?
So
You're
does Ian.
not. Everyone here thrifts. Justin thrifts. I thrift. Tyler thrifts.
Tyler thrifts.
Tyler thrifts. If
Guys,
Tyler thrifts, you know.
You
like,
can, if Tyler can thrift and he can get good pieces, anyone can get
Oh,
good
it
pieces.
feels like that now, huh?
All right.
You know what? I'm putting in my 2 weeks.
Tyler, is there any way you can Google how long thrifting's been around?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, today's the thrifting episode. So we're just going to be talking about our experiences with thrifting. And like most episodes, at the end, we'll give you some tips that we have.
Tips and tricks.
Ticks and dicks.
Ticks and dicks with Justin, Ian, and Tyler.
Tips and tricks
And Cody.
for how to kill it at the thrift.
Yeah.
Of the three of us, I'd say, Ian, you're the most experienced of the thrift.
Yeah, I love going thrifting. I haven't gone in a minute, but I do love it.
Tyler has gone into thrifting very much recently.
Yes.
And I usually thrift like very particular items. I only thrift cameras
Pants.
and denim.
Pantalones.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And I haven't-
jackets, no? Wouldn't you thrift a jacket if you could?
If I can find a nice jacket, I'll get a nice jacket.
Yeah.
So I'm very focused with my thrift, but I will go thrifting with other people and help
Okay,
them
so
find
the
stuff.
first recorded
Yeah.
Salvation Army, which is America's, I guess, thrift origin, is 1897.
Holy shit.
Hey, dang. Wait, Tyler, speak up a bit.
Y'all been wearing slip-on Vans since 1897, huh?
Y'all basic.
Yeah,
Y'all
so
some basic mother...
today we'll be talking about thrifting and vintage shopping. So let's begin.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between thrifting and vintage shopping.
I would say so. Yeah, there is.
So thrifting is like hitting up your value villages, your Salvation Armies, as Tyler
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, like your, Value
Like
Village
those
Salvation
thrift
Army.
stores, like donation stores.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd say vintage shopping is like going to stores that have gone to those thrift places and selected very particular items to bring into their
The
stock.
ones that might have actual value.
Yeah, like they sort the trash for you,
Yeah, pretty
but
much.
then
It's more
they might still have
focused.
trash.
Yeah, that's why if you go to like a store like F is for Frank, shout out F is for Frank, it's like their shirts are like full
full price shirts.
Yeah, because they do all the dirty work of thrifting shirts for you.
Yeah, they even go out of their way to steam it for you to even make it clean and
I mean,
crisp.
I think they do that at the Value Villages anyways.
Oh, do they? I don't know.
Yeah, if you ever go to a Value Village and go near their back area, there's just this big washer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really funny.
That's good. At least they're giving out clean clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to start the conversation off with what are some of your most recent thrifted pieces, and what are your most favorite thrifted pieces?
Let's begin with Tyler. Since he's the most he's dipped his toes the most recently and has talk about your thrifting clothes and your vinyls. Because we might have an audience for that. Who knows? We don't. Our analytics aren't that specific, but
All right, so
go for it, man.
I don't really thrift, to be honest.
Tyler, you have to go closer to your mic and speak louder.
I don't really thrift, to be honest, but then a lot of my friends got me into thrifting, and my girlfriend got me into thrifting, so
Shout
more
out,
louder,
man.
please.
I had to go thrifting.
More louder or into the mic, please.
But why are there so many requirements? I'm joking.
Tyler, can you be prettier, please?
So
I think he's the prettiest out of all three of us.
that's
I think it's
stretching it.
Cody.
There's a James Dean photo behind you, so.
Oh, sure. Okay, sorry, Tyler,
But
continue.
yeah, so
Look,
then
Tyler's wearing like a James Dean fit, but you can't see his pants.
and then I got into thrifting. Honestly, I'm not that good at it. Like, I'd rather go to vintage stores like F is in Frank because it's a lot easier. So I say those are like more like newbie stores for like people who are beginning thrifting. And then when it comes to vinyls, like I'm really like that's probably my like expertise in like thrifting stuff. So like going into vinyls and like going to place like Cops, which is in downtown Toronto.
Shout out Cops.
That's a great record shop store. And now I have a record player, so I'm able to actually play that stuff. So it's great.
Not like a poser who just has records in their room as display.
I'd hate to be that person.
I would hate to be that person too.
My older
Good thing you're
brother's
not
that
one of those
person.
people, Tyler.
My older brother's
I was,
that person.
I was literally one of those people. Like
He was those people
literally
until he
like
got this record player.
unless 2 months ago.
Oh, that's why you were saying that shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it.
But what are we doing now? Like favorite like pieces?
Yeah, what's your
Clothing.
favorite?
Yeah.
So,
Favorite things.
I'll
You got.
probably
Even,
bring-
even your vinyls.
What's your most...
Okay, favorite vinyl. Ooh, so. Oh man, I keep referencing my girlfriend. This is bad, but she got me like a bunch of like stacks of like little small vinyls.
Shout out Anne. She probably listened to this one. It's a
And, like,
fashion episode.
She's getting too many shout outs. I'm stopping shouting her out for like the next 100 episodes. But we have like small vinyls and like they're really cool because like they're surprises. And they had, oh my god, Cody's moving. But they had Michael Jackson's Thriller on there, which was really, oh my god, he's going.
Ian just had to take a call. So Tyler, keep going.
So yeah, anyways, we did that. That was pretty cool. And then my two favorite pieces for thrifting would probably be this red jacket that I got just because the colors are so cool. And I have a vintage Dallas Cowboys crew neck, which is nice.
What about that champion crew neck that Ryan gave you for
Oh yeah.
Santa?
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. I wear that like occasionally.
AK, you never wear it.
Never wear it. Like
Shout out
sometimes.
Ryan.
I wear it to go to bed.
It's a nice.
It's like a nice crew neck.
So while we wait for Ian to come back, because he had to take a call. Speaking on like champion and stuff, there's a lot of brands that you'll definitely find always in the thrift, and they're always a good spot to hit up. Like I've thrifted. I usually don't thrift at like vintage stores. I'd rather go to the Value Villages and stuff because I don't want to pay a premium on my stuff, and I think I have pretty good luck.
See, I'm like the opposite way. Like I like going to vintage stores just because
Yeah.
like I'm a newbie and I don't want like I like going fast and getting my shit, but like some people love to spend time in thrift stores and like
Just go
sift
through
that
the
shit
racks.
out. Yeah, which is completely cool. But like I just like to see my stuff and then just like be like, okay, this is what I want and get out.
Exactly. For me, when we used to go in high school, we on our way home there was a thrift store, right? There was a Value Village, and I'd go there like almost every other week.
Oh, you got all our clothes from like our like
for
our plays and
costumes,
shit.
whenever we
Yeah,
did plays, I'd always thrift them all,
Yeah,
and they're pretty solid pieces too. I'd spend a lot of time just thrifting through the t-shirt racks.
we also did super bad this year.
Yeah, Halloween
got-
costume,
Yeah,
all thrifted pieces. It was a fire costume. I will put a picture
of
right
us
there.
being super bad.
Huh?
Of us
I'll
being
put a
super bad.
picture.
That was
I
lame.
still have all those clothes. I kept
You
the
didn't
tags
return
on,
them?
but I forgot to return them.
Oh, that's an L.
Yeah, and it was like probably like $30 worth of clothes. But that was all four of us costumes, or all
Yeah.
three of our costumes. Yeah, so Ian's back. So Ian, go tell your story about the thrift while we wait. What is in Cody's mouth?
It's all good. Just don't die.
What? Tyler, get your dog's headband out of your mouth. Wait, did I say your dog's headband out of your mouth?
All right, guys.
Oh, well. Ian, turn on your mic. Is it on?
All right, guys, and I'm back. So, where did we leave off?
Tyler just told his story about the thrift.
Yes, I started thrifting back in grade 9. Yeah,
Early.
early boy. I'm sure I'm not the fucking one to pioneer this shit, but yeah, no, it's It's a fun time. I like thrifting. I think the first thing I thrifted was like a denim long sleeve, like a denim button up.
When you go thrifting,
Pretty
do you have a particular thing you want to get in mind, or just go see what you can get?
I have a few things in mind. It's like graphic tees are always like my go-to because a sick vintage graphic tee is always fire, you know. Then I try to get pants if they can fit, because like in thrift stores, a good thing for a plus size fellow like me. There's like a lot of big pants, like a lot of big pants.
There are a lot of big pants. There's a lot of thrifting. If you like oversized, go to the thrift.
It's fucking perfect for you.
That's actually fast.
But if you don't like oversized, then you're kind of suck.
I mean, then you can try to find the smaller sizes, but it's mostly oversized stuff.
Mostly oversized stuff, especially because most of the donated items will be from the 90s and 80s. It's going to be super large.
You know what's cool though about it? If you do go thrifting and you spend like $4 on a shirt, you could just cut it up and make it whatever.
Yeah, there's although you're paying, like if you're going from a Value Village, you're getting stuff from
Value Village or like Salvation Army.
It's very low cost to you.
Yeah,
like you can do whatever you want with those things, and it's not going to be like, oh, it's a lighter
it's not
issue.
crazy.
I just
like,
spent $5.
Yeah, like these pants.
I
Like,
mean, it might be $5 for a lot. It might be for someone, but like,
yeah. Also,
it's better than going to like a vintage store and spending $35
and then cutting that up. Because that's fucked. Why would you do that? It's like going to just like an H&M just to cut up a shirt, or a Uniqlo just to cut it up.
I've done that before.
What, you've cut up like
I've cut up like Levi's from the Bay.
Jesus Christ.
You get it. You can ball. It's fine.
We got it.
It was on sale. Shout out the Bay. If
like
you,
Bay's gonna like listen to this and be like, respect. Like
yeah, the top guy, Mr.
You know
Bay
what?
himself.
You know what? This
Michael
is for the
Bay.
You know what? This is for the people. Although the Bay may be underrated, if you're looking for some things, the Bay has it. Especially if you go during Bay days, they have really good discounts because a lot of people don't buy the Bay stuff. Anyways, continue with your thrifting stories.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a few good pieces that I wear a lot. I have this one Harley Davidson shirt. Hard Rock Harley Davidson shirt. Really cool. It's like black. It's really sick. Has like a big ass like vintage
dragon or something.
No, it's a big ass motorcycle. Like the front, like a chopper. And it's like flames and shit. So hard. And on the right chest, there's like a little cross. And this is Harley Davidson. It's hard.
You know what my favorite tee of yours is?
What?
It's the one of the nuke.
Oh, that one's hard too. Yeah. I have a very, very thin shirt. Like it was definitely made in like the 90s or something, like 80s. I don't know.
It's been washed and worn.
It's been washed like so much. It's just such a loose fit on me. And it says,
what's the graphic, Ian? That's why we got the tee. It's not because of the loose fit. It's because of the graphic.
It's a picture of a mushroom cloud, and it's like made in America. What was it?
Tested in Japan. So basically a Hiroshima shirt.
Yeah.
We'll put a picture of it. And Ian's gone again. Which is perfect timing because he just did his spiel. Now it's my turn. So when I go thrifting, I usually get I always look for cameras because you can get stupid deals on cameras. Like I used to have a photography account that is now debunked. It's still available. You can see the pictures. Huh?
That's sad.
Yeah, I stopped taking pictures. I also sold my film camera. So I bought it for $25 as a Minolta manual camera. Fun time to shoot. I recommend anyone getting into photography, go to a thrift store, get a vintage manual camera. It's a fun time. You'll learn a lot about photography and stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I usually go for cameras and pans. So far I've been pretty lucky. I've gotten a few cameras from the thrift. I also got in a few pants from the thrift. And I recommend if anyone, instead of going to like Levi's and getting your new denim, go through the thrift or the vintage stores and look through vintage Levi denim or even like Lee's or whatever. Because
Wrangler.
Because vintage denim is unlike any other denim. Like it's been washed. It's not like the new wash where it's like mechanical.
Oh,
so it's like
faux.
It's like faux wash where it looks really weird and it's not like really. It's not been rinsed by like decades of wear.
Yeah.
It's just been like thrown through a chemical bath and just rinsed out, and then it comes out and it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But then if you compare it to someone else who has nice thrifted denim, it's like damn, that's the real wash right there.
Yeah.
So I recommend going there.
All I'm thinking about is Will Smith going, that's hot. That's hot.
That's hot. For the visual watchers, well, we all changed costumes for the last episode.
My shirt isn't thrifted, but my pants are.
My sweater is thrifted and my pants are thrifted, and Tyler's jacket
is thrifted.
Is thrifted along with his testicles, both thrifted.
I was gonna say, why do we always talk about why does our conversations when the mics are not rolling always end up at Tyler's balls?
Cause Tyler's balls are sick.
Okay, we're gonna
Yeah, that's
we're
hot.
gonna
That's hot.
That's
hot.
let's get off Tyler's balls. Okay,
That's
People
not
who
what
aren't
she
watching
said.
the video are just like, holy fuck.
why
you
are
guys
they talking so
definitely-
much about
Yeah.
balls? So, well, thrifting is. Let's move on. So we told our personal stories. Let's move on. So the thrift and the culture. So thrifting is, I would say, exploded. It's
a
booming.
booming.
It's booming in the culture. A lot of people are getting into
You
it.
know, all the artsy girls are like, oh my god, I just want to find something that fits my aesthetic. You know, like I'm gonna wear a beret maybe one day, maybe a few chains. I for sure want like oversized denim and then crop it so it's like crazy. You know, it's like one of those.
I really want to keep cutting back to Tyler's face after every time. You see his face, right?
It's also a picture of his girlfriend. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just a lot of
People.
girl fashion now. It's just like yo,
It's
let's
heavily thrifted.
yeah, let's
inspired.
thrift. And honestly, I find that shit so attractive on girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Respects you and spinning it properly,
Yeah.
spinning it away.
That's hot.
That's hot.
That's
That's hot. I got it. If I see, I mean, like, yeah, a girl can look clean. Like, a girl can wear, like, I don't know, like,
What?
all
What?
new clothes from, like, Uniqlo or, like, the Bay. But, like, if I see a girl in, like, a really nice thrifted outfit, like, you can tell you're, like,
The thrift adds character,
it,
would you
yeah,
say?
it adds character because it's, like, it really does add a sense of,
the pieces themselves have character.
they're very, yeah. And if you can, like, pair a lot of weird, unique things together, you have a solid outfit that's just like, wow, you look like a movie character. You look like a character out of the Breakfast Club.
That's very fast.
Yeah.
That is very facts.
Yeah.
So I think that it's great that it's also made fashion very accessible.
It is very cheap.
People are like, oh, it's not. I don't have to get something new. I can just go to the thrift to get something as cool, maybe even cooler.
Well, I feel like everything that's new doesn't really give the vibe that we want anymore.
The thing is, a lot of new things are trying to copy off the old
the
things.
old things, yeah, but you can tell it's not.
It's not
old.
there. Like the boom of logomania is coming back,
Mhm.
and I don't think they're doing it right.
Why is
Like,
that?
you ever see like Nike sportswear stuff where it's all just tape seams with all Nike sportswear logos everywhere,
yeah, the
or
Nike-
like Kappas, or like even
Well, Kappas isn't that bad. Like, it's catching fire with like some people.
yeah. I would also say a lot of brands that are like popping today.
Tyler, do a little research on old brands making a comeback.
A lot of brands that are popping today had their had their best days in the past.
In the past,
or
yeah.
when they released their best pieces was in the past.
Yeah.
Like vintage Champion, vintage Nike.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even say vintage Kappa and stuff.
Yeah.
So since I was just listing a bunch of brands, let's talk about some brands that you'd recommend if you find in the thrift to probably hold on to, or maybe cop.
Yeah,
Even
you-
at a vintage store, but mostly at the thrift. These are going to be like gold pieces that you'll find at the
Pants
thrift.
are surprising to me. Like I found Dickies.
Dickies is a solid
Dickies
brand.
are pretty like
I-
expensive.
I'd say
What brand?
Do you want the brands making a comeback now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just give us.
All
give
right,
us-
so we got it's
It's
pronounced Fia.
Fila.
Fila.
Oh, true. That's true.
Well,
And bye, Tyler.
Burberry,
Okay.
yeah, Burberry. I see it in thrifts a lot.
Dr. Martens.
Oh, of course.
Doc Mart's solid.
Yeah, but that's more of like a.
Tyler, can you hold your mic while you research, please?
Juicy Couture,
Really?
Tommy Hilfiger,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Tommy.
Really?
No, I don't.
Champions making a big
oh
comeback.
hell
yeah.
yeah.
E-Spirit, Esprit.
Esprit, yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen it
That
before.
one.
It's like the
Coach's-
one with the lines.
Coach is making a big comeback. Levi's has always been big with us.
Levi's has
Yeah,
always been big.
because
So
yeah.
I don't really see
classic.
that making a comeback.
It's not coming
it's
back.
just
It's just
been
been.
there.
It's a state. It's a staple. It's like Nike.
And then I have
it's
one
not
more
gonna go away.
article. Well, a lot of them are the same, but
Yeah.
Calvin Klein is making a big comeback.
I would say just don't get Calvin Klein underwear from the thrift.
Why would
Thank
you
you,
do?
Justin.
Don't do that.
Thank you for that.
Do
I feel like that one listener was like, you right.
Yeah. Oh, facts.
Oh shit! I should return this, huh?
There's a lot of Gap's making a comeback supposedly.
Really?
I can
Von
see
Dutch.
it. There's a few vintage.
Von Dutch. I've never heard of Von Dutch.
Reebok.
before.
Neither.
Reebok. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it.
Puma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Capo.
Birkenstocks.
Really? I've never seen Birkenstocks in
talked-
the-
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was in like that really high like hockey phase, like bro, Mocs and Birkenstocks were the way to go.
See, we
No,
talked
I
about
never.
this before.
I mean, I didn't know that they were a thrift thing.
Oh wait, can we pause for a second? My
Yeah.
camera's out of. Actually, we could just get rid of my video, but my camera's out of like
Memories.
memory. Yeah.
I'll just switch the cards. Okay, we'll pause.
Alright.
Guys, we're not. No mic disconnects, but we're just gonna pause so we can switch out the cameras.
And we're back.
We're back. We just switched out the cards. Took a little break. My computer was dying, so I had to get a charger. we were talking about brands. Tyler's
Yeah.
listing us, researched a bunch
Some
of brands coming
brands.
back. I feel like those are all solid brands. So Nike, if you ever find Nike in the thrift, I found Jordans in the thrift once,
Wow.
but they weren't my size.
I know you know Fabian Joffrey from
Yeah,
high
he
school.
thrifts comics. It's
He
sick.
thrifts comics.
That's
and
sick.
he
It
has
is
a
sick.
he has a YouTube channel
Shout out Fabian.
where he buys shoes
And he restores them. Yeah.
It's fire.
Shout out Fabian. We'll
Yeah.
put his stuff in the bio.
Sure. Yeah. If you like are really dedicated, you can get some steals and then like
And then
honestly,
restore them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I was saying before,
Wow. 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 Wow.
Hello.
who is it?
Wow.
Hello.
Wow. Who is it?
Hello.
Are we gonna
Wow.
I'm gonna
Are
keep
you,
this
are
in.
you serious?
Just to fill in the pad time. Run time. Pad the run time.
Pad the time run. Pad Thai.
So just
No, just jump into it again. Who the hell was that?
they were desk cleaning services.
Oh my
Oh my
god. Okay, continue.
Okay, so we'll just recap some of the brands you should get. Champion solid, Nike solid.
I don't know why you don't like Tommy.
It's just everywhere, and I was never a fan of the brand. Like it looks kind of like it's whatever. Like their designs, I never liked. I
Oh.
feel like you could get a way cleaner version of those pieces
From other brands.
without the branding.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you just not like how Tommy is just like very loud with how it brands? and
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm not for Tommy. No. Anyways, so yeah, I wouldn't say Tommy. So Nike's fine. Champion solid. Carhartt, Dickies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Carhartt,
For me
Dickies.
personally, I don't like vintage tees that much, unless they're stupid simple.
Mm.
Like I'll like maybe it's like it's like a very minimal thing. Like
Really? So you don't like those really loud, colorful?
no, I don't like the racing ones or like the sport ones.
Do you guys have you
or-
seen those like metal heavy ones, like those metal
Oh, no,
bands?
I hate
those ones so
I hate
much.
those.
I like them.
I don't know. They're just so like
And I-
aggressive to me. Like when
That's
like
so sick.
and I think the reason I don't like them is because I can't rock it.
Oh, I think it. I get that.
No,
I think
I
if you
don't.
buy a vintage tee with a loud graphic, that has to be your staple in your outfit.
No, it's not even that. It's just I don't like it.
In general, you just
Well,
hate it.
Well, do we ever talk about me like being like, oh, if you're not. I mean,
Jesus Christ. Well, while Justin's trying to
Okay,
recompose himself.
okay, I got it. It's like I don't know if we ever talked about it, but like how I did that. I was in that phase of like, oh, if you're not a skater, don't wear skater brands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have, or like if you're wearing a band tee, know the band. Or
That's
like,
not- that's not
or
at
if,
least
if you're wearing a
facts.
sports jersey,
No.
know the team.
Yeah.
I have that for everything.
No, that's just for me. It's like if it looks sick, fucking wear it.
Nah, if it looks sick,
Like I
Respect
get
it.
your
Like,
mentality behind
yeah.
it because like, you seem like a poser. Like I was wearing this really sick NASCAR tee I bought.
and someone came up to you and
Yeah,
asked about
someone's
it.
like, "Yo, that driver's shit, dog," and I'm like. I didn't want to say I don't know, so I'm like, nah, you're wrong. He's like, what? And this guy threw stats at me. He's like, the on percentage driver, he's had the most late turns on the left pike. I'm like, yeah, but like your opinion's wrong and everything. So like, and he's like, nah, man, you're wrong. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dog.
Also that, and I also think they're really loud and like it's obnoxious. Like
See-
you thought that cause graphic was obnoxious.
See, I was gonna
I
say,
think the big loud
gonna say-
graphics are obnoxious.
I was gonna say like, if
I also
it's,
wait before you go on. I also don't like the material and how it looks like afterwards when it's all washed out and stuff. I think it looks really weird because it's all cracky and stuff. Aside,
I was gonna say like, I know I say subtlety is hard, but like I said,
except when it comes to vintage tees,
'Cause
where it's
I-
all out there. Yo, that shit is fire.
honestly, because I think it's like those tees are meant to be staple pieces. They're just like when you look at someone's fit, it's like okay, those pants could be thrifted, cool. But when you look at someone's vintage tee, like that's the main thing I'm gonna look at. It's like that's a sick T-shirt, dude. And like I do like subtler T-shirts too, like that Harley Davidson one. It's like on the front.
Oh, I don't like those Harley Davidson ones.
You've seen the tee I wore.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't remember it very well.
Well,
no,
mom
I'll
and dad are
I'll
getting
send a picture to
divorced.
you. You don't like it. You'd like it. You guys would like it.
I don't think so. I've never seen a Harley Davidson team like, yo, fire.
Damn.
Haven't been like that. A lot of tees, like, I think the tees that I like from me are like very stupid. Like, you know how there's those tees with like Tupac and it's like faded and then he's like this on one side
Yeah.
and then his big, like, on
Yeah,
one
yeah.
side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
It depends on the
I'm
design.
trying to think
really.
of what vintage tees I'd like. I don't think I like vintage tees. No. Yeah, that's why I'm like sticking to pants, maybe outerwear, sweaters and stuff. That's my thing.
Sweaters are sick. Jackets are cool. And yeah. What else do we have on the writer?
Oh, on the writer, yes.
Ooh, wait, can I say something that I actually really like
Yes,
at
yes, go
vintage
Yeah, go
thrift
for it, Tyler.
stores? I think I don't know. I've been getting into this because like I'm into sports like wear, but like vintage like baseball like what are they
Hats?
called? No, vintage baseball.
Jerseys, cards.
No,
Jesus, let him talk, Justin.
no, I don't know what they're called, but I think
Sorry.
Baseball, what? Is it what kind of
Is it clothes?
Is it on the top? Is it on the bottom?
it's like similar to a windbreaker, but like it's a vintage it's a
Like a
vintage
coach,
baseball like
coach
windbreaker.
jacket.
Yeah, like a coach jacket. Those are really cool. I've been trying to find some of those, but
I don't like coach
I can't
jackets.
find them.
Welcome to the episode where Justin just tells
doesn't
everything he
like
doesn't
it.
like.
Justin hates thrifting, guys. You can get some cool sunglasses from thrifting.
Oh, that's true. Everyone goes to the black
Sunglasses
market
are
and gets
solid for
like
thrift. That's
I
a good
think
spot.
sunnies are
Accessories
actually,
are great to thrift
I
too.
think sunnies are underrated, to be honest.
Oh, I feel like that's a great place if you're just dipping your toes into
Yeah.
thrifting. Go try out sunglasses.
You'll find a whole bunch of cool ones, just like
you know, they might not be the best quality, but they will protect your eyes.
yeah,
for a
real
bit.
shit. And they
And
make
it will look cool.
they add to your outfits always. Oh, same with jewelry.
Yeah.
They have some rings there, some sick. Those really big chunky rings.
Oh, I don't like those.
Those are hard as fuck.
I like the little minimalistic rings where it's very
Nah.
simple.
dog. Those you don't think those hard? Those chunky rings are sick?
No, like
Dog.
like a Super Bowl like size ring.
Like those just really big ones that you see those e-boys wearing, and like they're sick.
I still don't know what those are.
You don't know what an e-boy is?
No.
No, I found out what an e-boy is. It's like,
Tyler, Urban Dictionary e-boy right now. Probably
Okay,
gonna be really
well,
bad.
Tyler goes on that. Well, let's go into the pros and cons of thrifting.
Pros definitely.
Pros
you
is price.
you can always get a steal. I feel like you can always.
You can
It's
like
always less
you always
than
get
the
something
brand
than,
price.
than retail. You can find
all right,
things
so
that you can't. Okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
have the Urban Dictionary definition, but I have the Stay Hip edition.
I never heard of Stay Hip.
Me neither.
So the brief: e-boy is the male version of an e-girl.
Thank
Wow.
E-boys are typically characterized by their emo-influenced fashion sense as well as their online presence. A stereotypical e-boy can be found on Instagram or TikTok wearing skater clothes and nail polish
Yeah.
and a single dangly earring with his hair parted down the middle.
Justin's almost there.
Oh,
He
no.
likely seeks
I have to shake
attention
my
of
head.
e-girls.
That's the one. Yeah, thank you, Tyler.
Wait, so is the E for like as an email or E as an
Like
emo?
E as a like internet, like it's a E like e-boy.
But you said internet. There's no E in internet.
Well,
Until
it's the same thing as
Yeah,
email,
e-boys aren't the
electronic.
best spellers.
I failed my literacy test.
Did you actually?
No, what the fuck? No, of course not.
How would he be here?
I know, but
No.
like it's like when you say you failed something and it's like you just got a 9.
All right,
Oh,
let's not
okay.
bring
The
that
Asian
persona
fail.
back into this
Sorry.
Yeah.
podcast.
Okay. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Pros and cons.
Oh, pros and cons. So price, you can find pieces that you'll never find anywhere else.
Very unique, yeah.
I'd say a con is dedication. You have to put a lot of time in because you're not gonna find like
Oh yeah, not all the time
like
you're gonna go
if you go to
thrifting
the
and
thrift
find
10
something.
times, you'll probably find gold 5 times,
Yeah, I agree.
and it's not even like top tier gold.
That's why I feel like you should go to vintage clothing because vintage clothing again is focused, but the price
I
is
feel like-
a little raised.
So I say vintage is like out of 10, it's like a 7. You'll find something,
mm-hmm.
but still you won't be finding top tier pieces.
Sure.
And I notice a lot of vintage stores, they also mix in like non-new clothes or new clothes with the old stuff, right?
Oh yeah, like Uncle Vintage on not Young and Blur, on
Yeah,
Whatever.
just Bluer. On Bluer.
Yeah, they bring in new Carhartt shirts, like from Work of Play, I think, from Work in Progress. I mean, sorry.
Whip.
Yeah,
I love
the
Whip.
Carhartt Whip like shirts, like from like they're new basically, and they just bring them in. The only reason they bring it back is because it's a vintage. It's a vintage style of the shirt that
Oh, so
Carhartt
baggier.
made. Yeah, and they're just redoing it.
Despite that, I think there's a lot of like my favorite kind of vintage is like not 80s and 90s, but I like the 70s and 60s kind of era vintage
Oh yeah, no, I
where
agree.
it's very fitted
Yeah.
and it's like the material. That's when they started playing with materials like
Yeah.
leather denim jackets and
Yeah.
leather denim jacket, leather material, but it's cut in a denim jacket. It's cut.
Cut to Tyler's face when Justin had that stroke. But no,
Yeah,
I
I'll put a picture.
I can imagine you going more towards that era.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, plus sized fellow. I go towards the 90s a little more. Because they were a little more oversized and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like when new brands take from their archives. Like Supreme, going back to Supreme, a lot of collabs, like a lot of their Nike collabs, if you saw the recent Supreme Nike collabs, they're all just vintage pieces that they had in their Nike archives and they brought it back. That's half of Supreme's collections. You know how it's like they drop like 300 items a season. Half of them are just vintage inspired pieces.
That's cool.
If you didn't know.
No, I didn't, but that's cool.
And it's funny because the latest Supreme collab, unless there is another one when this one's dropping, but the last one was with the big Nike check, and it was on like a cart. It was like on a knit shirt, and they had the side bags like the silver and gray and the purple.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Those pieces were inspired by bootleg vintage Nike.
That's sick.
So bootleg vintage Nike becomes official Supreme collab Nike. That's crazy. Yeah. I feel like a lot of brands aren't doing vintage right. That's what we were talking about it earlier, but I think it kind of transitioned with
at that
Supreme.
point, why even try to get faux vintage when you can just go to vintage stores, you know?
I think they're trying to capitalize on that, you know?
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, as a person who like, if you want the look, it's gonna be cheaper in the long run, and it's gonna be authentic in the long run too. So I would say, just if you want something vintage, don't try to find something that emulates a vintage, because it won't be the same.
It won't be the same.
Yeah.
I feel like that's your last resort.
Yeah, it is. Or unless you just actually fuck with the piece and you didn't like, then yeah, sure, buy it. You know.
Let's close it out with tips for the thrift. Tips for the thrift.
Always thrift with friends. It's always good to have opinions.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't.
You don't thrift with friends?
No. I've gone thrifting by myself before, and it's really nice just to have like an album you want to listen to and just listen to that.
I do it sometimes too.
It can be a solitary experience. Yeah.
Because sometimes like, yeah, I just want to try shit on. And
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah.
I recommend for thrifting,
But
hit up
it's
multiple
safe.
spots. Do a route.
Yeah, you should have
Do
a
a
route.
thrift
You
route.
should know.
That, I'd say.
It'd be like, all right, so we're gonna hit up this place and this place and this place. Like,
Because it's not worth your time to go to one place, because usually you're not gonna find your first place. You're not gonna find what you want, or you're gonna find anything.
We have a go-to. We always have a go-to.
We do the Queen line.
Yeah, and then sometimes if you have more time in the day, we'll hit up the.
We'll do the Keel line.
Yeah, is that where Uncle Vintage is? I don't.
No. That's the Bluer line. That's the Bluer line. So the Keel line is all the Value Villages.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
The Bluer line is all the vintage stores.
Yeah, it's
starting at Uncle Vintage and going across.
Uncle Vintage, Value Village, and then Vintage Depot.
Yeah.
And then the Queen line is the Black Market, or now they moved to that Vintage upstairs.
Yeah, that's
place.
better. It's Vintage. The store is called Vintage.
Yeah, Vintage.
Uncle Frank. And then
F is for Frank.
F is for Frank. And then you could keep going down on Queen. And then if you really want to, you can end in Parkdale with, what's that store called? In Vintage We Trust. I say that's the last part. There's definitely a lot of vintage places on Queen you could hit up. At least 5.
Have a route though. Have a route.
That's one of our tips. And then don't get discouraged if you don't get anything on your first go.
Yeah.
You're not going to usually.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, go with friends.
Go with
I'd
friends.
say.
Always ask them. Like,
also have something in mind. You don't want to be going in mindlessly, just searching through racks and not finding anything.
Yeah, then you might just buy trash too.
You might just get trash. Yeah, I always do. Like if you see an item, like go through your whole bag before you go to checkout.
Don't.
Also try things on.
It's kind of bad to impulsively buy it at a thrift, because then it's like
that is so true.
Because then it's like, I just bought trash. You know what I mean? Because if you don't really like it, you're just like, wow, this yellow shirt kind of looks cool, and I just want to buy something to buy something. Then you like go home, like, I'm never gonna wear this yellow shirt ever again.
Yeah,
I've done it a few times. Like, there's a few pieces I have. It's like, yeah, it looked cool in the moment, but I don't think I'm ever gonna wear this in a minute.
Yeah, so those are vintage chips. God dang. I'm
God
sorry.
damn it, Joseph.
Count how many times I've had an aneurysm.
We're at 7.
Okay, so before we go, do you have any Instagram influencers that rock the thrift and you want to shout out?
Shaka de Bodman, all the
Shaka de Bodman,
the PAQ folks. They thrift
shout
a
out
bit.
PAQ.
Who else do I?
Tyler, do you have any thrift? Do you
I'll try to
follow any
find-
thrifter
Cole Sprouse thrifts a lot.
influencers? No. I'd say, although she gets a lot of flack in the streetwear community, shout out Emily Oberg. Love Emily
Did
Oberg.
she get flack?
Yeah, she does get a lot of flack because she was part of the normie rise into Supreme.
Ah, I see.
But that's a different story. Shout out Emily Oberg. I'm wearing my Emily Oberg inspired fit with a knit top and then my vintage denims. Yeah. So shout out those guys. Follow their Instagrams. Go on Instagram. You can probably find a lot. Follow a lot of. Oh, shout out. What's your favorite thrift stores? Just to close it out. Vintage
F
stores.
is for Frank's a good one. Probably my favorite one. Black Market's really good because it's $10 on everything there.
Or Vintage, their sister store.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people here listening like, oh, those are all basic. Well, yeah, sorry, I guess I'm not a veteran like you guys.
As you said before, Uncle Vintage on Bloor.
Yeah,
Value Village,
Value
Keelan
Village
Wilson.
is always solid.
Value Village, Keelan Rogers.
Even the
In Vintage We Trust in Parkdale.
if you're near my end, Salvation Army near Jane and Lawrence. It's
Really?
it's fire. I've gotten so many pieces. That's where I got my Dickies from.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a fire. It's a fire one.
Yeah.
Little gems hidden there.
And
guys, let's play this out. Justin.
Okay, let's give Tyler his 15 seconds. Welcome to Tyler's time.
All right, everybody. Today we're going to be shouting out someone from the podcast who follows us on our Instagram page. And today's shout out is Cameron Garside. Cameron, thank you for watching the podcast.
Cameron.
I like your bio. It has Frank Sinatra. I guess you're aight.
I think you guys would get along. Yeah, Cameron's cool. Love you, Cameron.
All right, so if you want to be shouted out for our next episode in 2 weeks, because Tyler's going on a little breaky break, and that's why we're doubling up on today's episode, follow us on Instagram, follow us on SoundCloud, follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube. And yeah, I think those are our social media channels. They're all Justin and Ian Podcast, or the Justin and Ian Podcast. On Instagram, it's just Justin Ian Podcast. Everywhere else, it's the Justin and Ian Podcast. Links in bio. Schedule. We're just gonna close out with schedule. Tuesday is the video. Tuesday is the video. Friday is the audio. Topics are bi-weekly. Episodes are weekly. And yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Ian, are you gonna make a bodily odor noise to close it out?
I just have one thing to say before that. Guys, please share our stuff too. We'd really want to pick up a little audience. That'd be swell. Yeah, share it on anywhere you can. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook if you want.
And if you're someone who doesn't know us personally and has found us,
hello.
Hi. Thanks for listening.
Oh, the song ended.
Friendster. If you want to shout us out on that.
All right, guys. I got to go to an interview soon. So yes, this is where we're going to be closing it out.
Ian, no bodily odors for the end?
I almost vomited.
Thanks for listening, guys.
That was really
Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.